Hi there, I'm Father Paul Isley, retired here in Lamar's. I'd like to go through a day in the life of a Catholic priest. My alarm goes off at 6 in the morning. That's the hardest thing I do every day, is to get up. I like to stay up late at night, but I don't like to get up early in the morning. Every day, priests are required to pray the office. The office is a series of 5 prayers during the day: early morning, morning prayer, midday prayer, evening prayer or vespers, and night prayer. Then I come up to Galen every school day and help with mixed chorus. I have Mass at noon, and then either get something from one of the fast foods places and take it home for lunch, or cook something for myself. On a weekly basis, I prepare for the homily. Some weeks it's earlier on, like on a Monday, that I would read the readings that are coming up for the weekend. Sometimes it's later than Monday. Mass on the weekends, I have either a Saturday night and or a Sunday morning Mass. Then I go to Galen events: volleyball, football, girls and boys basketball, softball, baseball, concerts, plays, and musicals. Then some things that happen on occasion but not regularly. We have what we call sick calls. That would be an emergency call either to a person's home or to the hospital if they have been in an accident or have had something occur to them that's life-threatening, so that I could celebrate the sacrament of the anointing of the sick with them. Also, things that happen on occasion, I would do visits to hospital, to nursing homes, to those who are homebound. Once a month, we have a deanery meeting for all of the priests of our deanery. We get together for a holy hour and then have a meeting and a meal. On occasion also, I have guests for dinner at my condo.
Well, every day you have certain anchor points as a priest throughout the day. You kind of have the same beginnings in terms of getting up in the morning and having time for prayer, to be able to spend time with God, and of course, celebration of the daily Mass. And these are places that really ground us in the rest of our ministry. But, every day is oftentimes very different. We have a lot of scheduling that we do. We schedule meetings and we schedule times, but quite frankly, things change very often. And that's, I think, sometimes even a source of our joy, the unpredictability of what the day might bring. Because you never can be sure when someone will give you a phone call or walk in through your door who may be in need of something. Or perhaps just simply want to share a joy that they have. It really is part of the wonder of being part of Christ's ministry in such an intimate way. One of the things that I love about being a priest is that I meet people who are complete strangers, and yet people who come to me because of who I represent, because of the faith that Christ has instilled in them, that when they see a priest, they say, I can trust this man. I can go to him for the spiritual need that I have, for the counsel. And it's a very humbling situation because oftentimes I feel like I am no expert, but it is because of what Christ does through me that His graces make the day so important for other people. You know, so very often it's going about and going to spend time with people, just as Jesus did in His ministry. He very rarely spent much time in a single place. And I certainly don't either. Between going back and forth between St. Joseph Church and St. James Church and coming here to the school, there are so many different people that I get to speak to each time. And every day is different, even when I see the same people. There are new things to talk about, new things to pray for. You know, one of the things that I love is the variety. You know, celebrating Mass over at St. Joseph for a regular daily Mass is very different than when I get to celebrate a school Mass. And it's a wonderful thing to have all of the young people together in the school. And it gives me energy. It gives me a new perspective on what it is to be a minister of God to the people of the community of the school. And of course, there are those times when there are people who aren't able to come here, but I must go out to them, going to people and visiting them in their homes or when they are in the hospital. And those are times of great ministry as well. Times when I can meet with them and simply listen to them. So often when people might not have someone who can come to visit them, but to be a companion with them in their time of need as well. But it's also a great thing that I get to spend time with great joy with many people as well, preparing couples to be married and going to be with them at the baptism of their child, to be the one who brings a new life into the church through baptism, and especially of the sacrament of reconciliation, to be that conduit where people can return to God and to be washed clean, to be renewed, and to be able to start their life of faith all over again. It is such a beautiful thing that we have access to, that Christ provides for us. So it's an amazing thing to be so closely involved in the work that God is doing in the world, because He is very active in our world, in a world that so often needs to hear the message that God is with us. So, thank you very much.